We're out here having another look at a little dwarf green gage plum tree. This is one that I bought 2 months ago before we realized that we needed to have the patio, well, not the patio, we needed the roof done. So it's called a patio gage. Super small. It's not going to get any taller than 1.2 meters tall. But yeah, we bought it before we realized that we needed to have the roof done next year, which then led to my plant buying ban. So this is one of the last ones I ever bought, this for the next foreseeable future, sadly. But I haven't done anything to him. He's still in the pot that he came in, which is quite small. Now his little partner, because I did get two, is over here, and he's actually grown so much. If you put them side by side, you can see even the leaves look better on the one that's potted up. You can see just how different they look in size and coloration and everything. So the one that's been put into a good sized pot, I managed to sow lots of beautiful calendula all around him, and he just looks really sweet. Just adds a little bit of extra prettiness to him, and his leaves are looking lush and good. It's looking really strong. He's supposed to be able to fruit next year, which will be lovely. Green gage plums are meant to be some of the absolute sweetest and best dessert plums, so I'm really looking forward to being able to compare them to our Victoria plum tree, which has really started fruiting now. You can see it's right over there. You see the fruits over there? It's right next to the trampoline. That's the Victoria plum tree, and it has got gorgeous fruits that we're really enjoying right now. But it will be interesting to see what we think about how they compared to the green gage ones, which are meant to be super sweet, perfect dessert plums. Now with the green gage plums, they are not self-fertile, so they do need a pollination partner, which is perfect. I'm going to leave this guy here in this pot on the patio, and then what I've decided to do is to dig a hole elsewhere in the garden and plant the other one in ground. I do think that trees do better in ground, of course, so if I have a space for everything, I would love to put them all in ground, just leave them there. It also means they don't need as much water in the summer. They can just sort of look after themselves a lot better than ones that are potted. But we will have to see how it goes. Now, as I said, the green gage needs a pollination partner, and so hopefully it can use the Victoria plum tree for that, because they're supposed to be flowering at the same time. That's what you need to look at, the flowering time. So when the flowers are both there, they can cross-pollinate, and it's going to be in bee buzzing distance, so the bees can do it, and the wind can also help with pollination, all that sort of thing. The Victoria plum itself is self-fertile, so it doesn't need anything, but I think they also do benefit from having a cross-pollination or a pollination partner there. So we're going to get everything planted in. I'll show you where I've decided to plant this other little green gage guy. So we're down here. I've got a bunch of regular planting compost here, and I just mixed it with some fish blood and bone for extra nutrition. So I'll get that all mixed in here. And I've got a little hole dug over there, which I've been measuring, and it's supposed to be big enough. It's right next to a really gorgeous rose bush, which is past its prime at the moment, but I just think because it's quite bare there at the bottom, it's one of these climbing roses, it'd be nice to have that little green gage plum there, and he'll just sort of come up to where the flowers start, so up to here. That's as tall as he's really going to get, and I can always keep him pruned if he starts trying to get any taller, but he really shouldn't, because he is an extra dwarf, very small little guy. So I think he'll do really well in that spot. It's quite sunny. It's right next to our European pear here, starting to get some pears on him, and he's doing well enough. This is my duo pear tree. It's got two kinds of pears on. So this side over here, got those ones, which I think are conference pears, and then these guys are the Concord pears, and here we have the conference pears, and they are not that large yet. We're in the middle of August almost, so you see, let's look at the sort of size they've got. So that sort of size, looking okay. Got some wasps buzzing about, but they're looking lovely. But yeah, so it's an okay spot. And also, so right across from this plum tree, we have the Victoria plum right over there. And as you can see, it's also in the ground. Trying to keep it sturdy here. But yeah, it is definitely in bee distance, so they can get cross-pollinated that way. Ah, there is the mulberry with the last few mulberries on it. Right, so let's just get this guy into the ground. I've just sprinkled the little hole with some of this mycorrhizal fungi, root growthing, which is supposed to really help the roots get settled in and really grow well. I feel a little bit guilty now because look at how pot bound it was, and I just left it there for over 2 months since I bought it, poor little thing. I'm also going to sprinkle these roots with some of this mycorrhizal fungi because you really want it to be in contact with the roots. Let's keep on turning it around and get all the roots covered with this, and then pop it into the hole, which I've measured out. You can look here. I measured according to the pot. It's supposed to be perfect size. All right. Look how dinky he is. Little tiny thing. So cute. Now, my husband has been talking about coming out here and cutting the lawn, so I'm just going to put a little fence around him so that he doesn't get chopped down. So there we go. We've got him all caged so no one can mistake him for grass, and hopefully he'll grow really well there, and we'll just have a look at him next year. It'll be fun to see if he does actually flower and fruit next year. That'll be really exciting, but we'll have a look and see when the time comes. I'll give him a really good drink now and just hope for the best.